Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football here at Northwest ISD Stadium. Here with the head coach of the 2-0 Byron Nelson Bobcats, Coach Travis Pride. After another heart-stopper, 32-28 win over a really good Lewisville team. Coach, first off, congratulations.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, these close games, are they aging you a little bit? Because it was nip and tuck the whole way.
Yeah, they're aging me. I'm already 56, so I tell my kid I'm going to have a talk with my kids about giving me some more life.
You need a 40-point win, right?
Yeah,
exactly. You need a couple of 40-point snoozers, right? Yeah. And first off, Lewisville, obviously a really athletic team, a lot of speed at the skill positions. And at times they were able to move the ball, but I thought especially in the fourth quarter, your defense really stepped up to give your offense a chance to come back and win the game. Were there any adjustments late in the game, or is it more about you guys just executing the defensive game plan a little bit better in the fourth quarter?
Well, I think it's probably a combination of the both. I mean, obviously we got in there and we were getting misaligned early a little bit and putting ourselves in a tough, predicament. So we got lined up a little bit better. I also give credit to our kids because we train really hard, and we believe in, the kids over time have believed in the fact that we're going to be in better conditioning. We're going to be able to last longer, play longer. So they have some very talented kids. They're a really good football team. They're very well coached. I think some of it is we just were able to last a little bit longer in the fourth quarter, and we had just a tiny bit more juice than they may have had. And sometimes you got to use every avenue to win.
Sure.
And so I think our kids have done a good job. I thought we did that against Friendship a week ago. They had kids cramping late, and we didn't. I thought Lewisville was getting a little bit fatigued, and we kind of lasted, but and kids stepped up and started making some plays late, which is, what football's about.
That final drive, let's talk about that a little bit. You get the ball, 2-minute drill situation. I think there was a minute 51 left, and you're facing a 4th and 6 there, and you run a little trickery, a little eye candy in the backfield, and Almanza gets behind the safety, and Grant makes a great throw. Coming in on that play call, 4th down, was that something you kind of had in your back pocket, or was that more of a gut feeling? Did you kind of have something in plan, or this seemed like it was the right call at the right time?
Yeah, well, I got I think I'll give credit to my offensive staff also, and the kids on the offense side of the ball. But Coach Hughes does a good job. But we knew we could kind of, they're a good defense, so it was hard just to pick your poison there. We knew in our tight formation they were getting a little closer to the ball. Mm-hmm. And so we felt if we could squeeze them down a little bit, we had to protect, and the O-line had to do their job. But we thought something might, pop out. So, sometimes it takes some guts. You complete that ball, you look like a hero. You don't. People are saying you should have, thrown a little quick out. Or something.
Sure.
So I think that, we had faith in Leo, we had faith in Grant, we had faith in the O-line, and Coach Hughes. We trust those guys.
It seemed like all throughout the game, especially in the second half, in those 4th down situations, Grant was able to get loose out of the pocket and make a play. Obviously, show his athleticism. What makes him such a special leader for your? I mean, you guys have had great quarterbacks come through the past 3-4 years, and he looks like he's going to be another one of those guys.
Yeah, and we've been proud of him too, because in the last 3 years, and I know it's hard on kids. We've had some very talented juniors sitting on the bench because there's a senior ahead of them. Mm-hmm. Tom had to do it the year before with Jake in front of him, and then Grant had to do it. So Grant's kind of been waiting, chomping at the bit for his opportunity. He's certainly a different style of quarterback than we've had the last few years. But the stuff he does really well, you can't coach. And like you said, he can extend the pocket. He can move around. He has some athleticism. And he's done a really good job lately of keeping his eyes downfield. He has a few scramble drills where he connected to somebody. We had a touchdown in the back of the end zone just because he kept his eyes open. And that's hard for athletic quarterbacks. Sometimes they just want to take off running. So he's really grown up and matured as a quarterback, not only extending the play, but keeping his eyes downfield and let some of his players help him out.
Final question for you, Coach. I'm not going to get into specifics on district starting next week, but overall, I don't know if you've ever been in a 9-team district before, but if you haven't, or when you looked at your when you got realignment, you got that 9-team district. Only having 2 non-district games and having a district ball game next week that could potentially have playoff implications. How key was it to kind of figure out what you guys have and get guys in the right spots in these 2 non-district games? Because that schedule is really condensed, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it's very condensed, and we really are. I think we're some teams can argue out there that they have a tougher schedule, but I think we have a pretty darn tough start. We had Friendship, who's a very quality football team. Lewisville's a very quality we got South Lake, and then you follow up with Trinity. So,
Sure.
So we got some big bears right off the get go. So you had to start fast this year because, like you said, you haven't got much time. You don't have 3 weeks, and then maybe a bye. Sometimes people do that, and you got to get going, and you got some big ball games early.
Yeah, September 12th, and you're playing a district ball game. That's crazy, right?
Big one,
So, Coach, congratulations on the win. You're 2-0 heading in district play. Good luck in district play, and good luck the rest of the season. And appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.